Well, that was a good start. You know, I just said the nicest things, and you missed it all. I don't know why that was muted. That was weird. God, I was just so frickin' nice. I said hello, hola, bonjour, buenas tardes, hey, and welcome to the Narc Alert. My name is Merc, and what the heck am I doing live on a Tuesday at 3 o'clock? Have I lost my mind? Well, maybe. I just thought we waited all darn day for Amber's upload yesterday, and she didn't do it. And she did it pretty late, so we did have a rage stream. But I thought this one might require a more in-depth look, because it's certainly the most exciting news we've had out of the Amberverse. Or the most, I don't know, exciting is a bad word. How about the most provocative news we've had in the verse in a while? So I'm not going to, here's what we're going to do. We won't waste a lot of time chit-chatting now. We'll do that at the end of the stream. So, you know, if you're fans and you like the chit-chat part, hang on till the end, because I think a lot of people really want to get into this video, because Amber had a lot to say, and I know a lot of us watched Snowflake Under the Hood this morning. I know I did. It's starting to become a morning ritual for me, is to watch Under the Hood with Mr. Snowflake. So, and I know a lot of you guys did too. You love the cardigan? Well, thank you. It's an old lady cardigan. But, you know, excuse me, as much as Amber likes to profess about old lady sleep time and stuff, this old lady, I go to bed at 2 or 3 and get up at 10. And occasionally that changes, and I always, you know, my Catholic guilt makes me want to get up earlier, but it just doesn't happen. It's like between 8:30 and 10 I usually get up. So yeah, not old lady time schedule, but old lady cardigan. But I am wearing a Shea Cover t-shirt, so I think Shea makes it less old lady, right? Like if you wear like when I was a punk rocker, I used to wear cardigans, but I guess it's easier to, you know, there's like 400 years difference between then and now. Amberlynn has an older lady wardrobe than you, Just a Human says. You know what? I agree with that. I find her stuff matronly. It's a mucky day today here. We had a storm again last night. Somebody, I'm sorry, I forget your name. It starts with a 5, and I can't pronounce it, is coming back from somewhere really damn nice. I'm scrolling, she's scrolling, we're laughing, we're crying. Sorry, it was way back at the beginning. Somebody's coming back. I want to say Barbados, but it wasn't Barbados. Here we go. I can't find it. Anyway, somebody's coming back to Toronto from a really warm, lovely spot. And they're coming back to a mucky, messy Toronto, but it's mild. So Ella says we had 8 Celsius and sun today. Oh, Ella, that's nice. I think it's 1 here today. But it's all like we had freezing rain and stuff last night. It's icky. And I'm gonna admit, I feel like life is kicking my ass lately, and I think I have the midwinter blues. And that's fine. We all go through stuff. But I just feel like laying down and calling uncle. It's like, can everybody just stop? Joan is a lot. I don't know. Winter, it's just everything. So you know what I like to do is when I get in moods like that is think about travel. And although travel is very difficult, I have a very big birthday coming up this year. So I think I've decided to commit to a really awesome, amazing, wild trip for my birthday this year. We'll talk about that at the end of the stream. We're going to watch the Amber video. Now, right before we watch Amber, I thought, would you like to, let me see, you guys are feeling the same. Erin's been feeling rough lately. I don't know. Paige feels it too. I think it's just winter exasperates everything. But I'm just feeling really pathetic. Usually I'm kind of strong and like to be a kick-ass boss bitch, but I'm just feeling like my psychic skin is a little tender right now. And, it's fine. It's fine. It's seasonal depression, probably. It's fine. We all go through it. But I'll talk about my plan to conquer that at the end of the stream. I thought it might be fun before we watch the video. Amber has been uploading on her Instagram since her video went live. So do you want to take a look? Throw a 1 in the chat if you'd like to take a look at Amber's latest Instagram posts before we watch the video. And if I see a lot of 1s in the chat, we can watch the Instagrams and then we'll watch the video. Oh, look at a wall of 1s. A wall of 1s. Wall of 1s. All right, I get it. It's kind of stacking the odds, though, when you just say put a 1, because there's no 2s. See how to lie with statistics? It's that sort of thing. Okay, so let me just switch this screen over to Instagram stories. And I'll do it big. Okay, so this first one from 9 hours ago says, I know you love your surgeon, but maybe try another program. I've never heard of that 1-year rule. And she responds, no one I've talked to who has had weight loss surgery has heard of that rule either. I was approved by weight loss surgery. I was approved by the psychologist, so this is definitely odd. Valentine, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships, Valentine, you rock star of a moderator. Valentine made a whole bunch of alerts in his lab. Europa Megan Page. Schnooky Uncle Grandpa. And I can't see who else. So if I missed you, I apologize. Thank you very much, Valentine. That's Valentine. That is so nice. I know we got Page squared in the chat today. So Pageth, Page TH, Page the human, Page TH, Pageth. Okay, so she's questioning this new rule. Of course she's questioning this rule, right? No hate, but if you're accurately counting calories, why do you think you aren't losing at 1,600 calories? She says, when I was doing 1,600, I was losing. Sometimes my body doesn't, though, because I have an illness that makes losing weight really hard sometimes, brackets, lipedema. Guys, her body won't let go of the weight. Shinuki puts you are a member now, and you can join up into the Discord. Just download Discord and connect to your YouTube channel, and you will see us, and you can come and play with us. Okay, fancy wallpaper. You should do a makeup video. I miss those. I really want to stick to vlogs, so I'll make sure to put some makeup content within them. Okay. Is this... Just a Human says, are the rules for connecting in the perks? You know what? I don't think they are. What a slipshod organization I'm running. I will put them in the perks. I believe they are somewhere in the community tab, but you might have to scroll back quite a ways. But I do know if you download Discord and you go into connections under your user settings and you connect your YouTube, it'll show up. Chibs gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Chibs. You guys are member gifting maniacs. That's so kind and generous. I appreciate you guys so much. Andy, Abby Rose, Electrodynamic Orb, that's a fancy name. KJ404 and the Den of Artworks. Thank you. You're now alert. And welcome to the channel. Chibs, thank you so much. Valentine, thank you so much. Are you still going to try and get the surgery? You could get to the 300s before if you try. And she says, yes, I'm going to be doing a different diet for the next few months. Has Amberlynn ever done a diet for a few months? Interesting. You're up early or late. Remember to sleep? She's up early, guys. 8 hours ago. So what was that? 3, 5, 7 a.m. Bright and early. Well, that's an old lady time schedule, Amber. Why are you acting like weight loss surgery is off the table when it's just a year? My 600-pound life always takes this long. And she says, I'm not acting like it's off the table. And 600-pound life only takes this long if the patient doesn't lose weight the first month or two. If they do, they get surgery. If they don't, they get another chance to lose the weight. And when they do, they get surgery. Life is so unfair. Yeah, she's not up early. She hadn't gone to bed yet because she's been quiet. Swedish Mom says, Merc, I had 29 left of days, but now they're gone. What do you mean on your membership? I'm sorry I can't help you with that at all. That's all YouTube. Pammy Brooke, thank you for your member chat. Love your channel. And Rio. And we'll see if we can bribe him over to the camera later. Julie Bean, I got it on the first try. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for being alert. Reality TV very rarely represents actual reality. It's for entertainment, not accuracy. I'm friends with a few people from 600-Pound Life and other weight loss shows, and the timelines are accurate. Okay, somebody in the Discord said, Zachary Michael also chats to the girls in 1,000-Pound Friends. So Amberlynn probably sent them an Instagram message and they answered it, and now she thinks they're friends. When has she ever mentioned being friends with a few people from 600-Pound Life? Has she ever mentioned that before? A few people? God, she's got so many friends. I'm kind of jealous. Did you and Feline break up? No, Vlogmas is over. So her constantly being in my videos hasn't been a thing, especially because of the content that I've been choosing to film. Mr. Snowflake is absolutely convinced that Jade is gone. I am on the fence. I wouldn't be surprised either way, because before I thought she was gone and she wasn't gone. So I don't want to be made a fool of again. When is the last time you and Feline didn't sleep next to each other? May of last year, so it's been almost a year. God, they're so deeply in love. This is such a load of horse crap. Amber lives on the opposite side of the clock as Feline, as Jade, right? Crazy. I love you all, but it's time for another break. Last time I was gone for about a month. Not sure how long I'll be gone this time, but I am just protecting my energy. See y'all later. So I guess Amber has once again left the interwebs. No more getting up in the morning, Ella, and checking the Instagram with your morning coffee. I know you do. Sadly, I do too. What a sad morning I have. Thank God Rio wakes me up, because really, morning coffee, watching Mr. Snowflake under the hood about Amber and checking her Instagram. I tell you, she's our dainty leader. She's the dainty leader. So I'm glad we watched that little Instagram. Is the show over? The show is just starting. We are just now going to watch the darn video. We're doing the damn thing. We're doing the damn thing, okay? Let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's watch Amberlynn. Amberlynn Reedy. Amberlynn got bad news, you guys. Are we ready? Oh, wait, no, we're probably not ready. Let Merc check the stupid volume mixer, because we don't want those. Look, you guys would have been screaming, Merc, we can't hear anything. And I would have been going, damn, here we go again. That's up the loudest. That's up the loudest. We're up as loud as we can go, guys. We're strapping in. Does everybody have their seatbelt extenders firmly in place? Makes me think of that video that we got. Oh, Jamie says, I didn't know how tardy I was. I feared I missed the whole show. You're not very tardy at all. You just missed the Instagram. You can go look at her Instagram. It's not that exciting. I have tea. I have backup tea. And Mr. Man, I think, might be coming to watch the show. Should we just say hello to him quickly before we... Did you just wake up, Mr. Beautiful Man? Let me just... You know what I have in here? I have new treats. Just a quick Mr. Man intermission before we get into it, right? Something to just center us, to calm us. Hi, beautiful face. Oh, I love you so much. You're so handsome and smart. You're the smartest man of all the men. Oh, by the way, there's a tutorial in this live stream. There's a new tutorial. We'll talk about that too. But Mr. Man needs some treats and love. Would you like to eat them like this instead? Is this easier for you? Aw, look at him. He's so sweet and loving. He's so gentle. No, you didn't drop anything. It's right here. Oh, you're such a sweet man. I love you so much. Everybody on there loves you too. Look, Aaron is a member for 3 months and says an extra treat. Aaron made me. We have to do this. Thank you for the super chat. You guys, I'm sorry I've been remiss in not putting those on the screen today. KJ, thank you for gifting 5 members. KJ just got a gifted membership, and now she's gifting members. All right, Aaron, we're going to give him this many more, because he's the most handsome man of all the men. I always tell him, you're the most handsome man of all the handsome men. Sorry, Mr. Snowflake. Sorry, Crusader. This is the man. Mr. Man. That's enough for now, okay? We got to watch the big girl. Big? Did you say big? I'm tiny. Everybody's big to me. Right, Riri? Everybody's big to you. And look at, on cue, he's decided to let us watch the video. Marley Elizabeth, thank you so much for your member chat. She says it's been fun. And I really enjoy your channel. Well, I'm really happy about that. I like it when people enjoy the channel, because you guys make it fun for me. So, it all works out in the wash. PLSK ASMR says, I connected my YouTube, but I can't figure out how to join the server. I do think that sometimes it might take a little bit of time to show up. But if somebody in chat can help PLSK ASMR with that. It might take a little bit of time to show up. Let me see if I can just give you a link to look at that might help. Here is a link. I hope I can post this. I guess I can post links. I guess I can post links. Special. So special. Okay, here's a great big ugly link for you that should help. Hopefully that helped. Oh, Ella got it already. Ella, I wasn't watching. Okay, so Mr. Man is gone and fed and adored as he should be. And now, without any further ado, yes, the connections tab. You're not dumb. You're not dumb. Nobody's dumb. You're never dumb for asking questions about stuff you don't know about. That's not dumb. Being rude to people for no reason, that's dumb. Anyway, let's watch Amber.
Thick, and there's like 80 plus pages.
Oh, sorry, let's watch her from the very beginning. I have thoughts, as I'm sure you do too.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So I know that I have not been uploading much. I have not been vlogging, nothing like that. I just, mental moments, okay? Working on myself moments. And YouTube has always been for me. I kind of talked about this in my last video where I would come on YouTube even when I literally just felt like I couldn't even crawl out of bed to breathe. I couldn't even crawl out of bed to brush my teeth. And I would...
Did you have to crawl out of bed to breathe? I breathe actually in my bed. I like multitasking though, so it's not for everybody.
Still be on YouTube and I would just look miserable. You guys have seen me look pretty miserable. It's those times where I didn't choose myself. And I finally said, you know what? I am choosing myself and I'm not going to be on camera when I literally don't even know how to function as an adult.
Right.
I hit a little low.
Can we let that one go by? She literally didn't know how to function as an adult. Could she function as a toddler then? Because that's usually what her videos are anyways. I'm still confused. Still confused.
Low. I got some bad news. Has been some things kind of surfacing in my brain and things that I have to like absorb and process myself.
Yeah.
And then I got some bad news with my last dietitian visit. And this is a video just like updates and such.
So
my weight loss surgery updates, and it's super windy. So if you hear...
Yeah, we know you got 6 windows. So there's 2 things. She said she's got some bad news that's surfacing and she's processing and all that. And she also got bad news about her surgery.
Big pamphlet, like it's like this thick, and there's like
oh, sorry, I might have skipped a bit.
And it's just tons of information, and they recommend certain vitamins, and I don't have them with me physically. They're in the office because that's where I take them every single day. But
Black Diamond, thank you for the super chat. Black Diamond says she's hopeless. Like she's hopeless.
I will just post a picture here on the screen of a screenshot of the vitamins. It is Alive Women's Ultra Potency Complete Multivitamin.
Mr. Snowflake was very funny. He was like, why is she posting an Amazon screenshot? Like, they're 20 steps away. Go get the damn vitamins. And then he got up and got his vitamins and took like 4 seconds.
So I just want to let you guys know that I have been taking those for a little bit and I already feel them like doing their thing.
A screen
I
cap
do have weird
Amazon
medicine, anxiety, and
right, of course
sometimes it doesn't make sense.
It's a type of one of your OCDs.
Fine with taking Delta 8, but then I get like scared to take vitamins. It's weird. I know. So I was holding on to these vitamins for a little bit, folks. I got them off of...
It's made up. We know.
Amazon, and I was holding on to them. I was nervous to take them because like there's been things where you can like overdose on vitamins without even trying, and I'm just like, I'm scared. I just get really scared with medicine really easily. It's very much trauma-based, but I'm taking the vitamins and I'm doing my damn thing. So I have gotten questions.
Not her
I'm
fault.
not wearing my Fitbit
It's
right now because
trauma-based.
it is charging. I have gotten questions though about like, how are you getting your steps in? Because I tell you guys that just naturally around my apartment or like.
Ella says, overdose on vitamins. Ella, don't you hear in the papers there are literally thousands of multivitamin overdoses on a daily basis. You know those Naxalon kits? They also cover multivitamin ODs because it's that common now. It happens all the time. All the time.
Like going shopping, whatever it may be. I leave the house, take Twinkie out, whatever.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
get about 3,000 steps a day, but I like to push it to 4,000. I like to start off slow with my goals. I don't want to just be like, yeah, let's do 10,000.
No.
Not going to happen. So I get about 4,000 steps because
Okay.
I try. And people are like, how do you do that? What do you do?
What does
like,
she do?
I don't know if that's coming from like a good place or a bad place, but I kind of just want to explain to you.
All
so
right
here I have an island in my kitchen.
Okay.
I like to walk around my island a lot.
I
if I am watching YouTube or if I'm watching a show,
Okay.
I notice that around this time there.
Okay, you guys, we are going to listen respectfully to Amber breaking down her step count, and then we will dissect this.
There's so many shows that I watch. 1,000 Pound Best Friends, which
Okay.
one of my friends is actually on that show. Hello.
Now we're talking about TV
I like to
shows,
watch
okay?
1,000 Pound Sisters,
Okay, she
Family
watches-
Vacation,
Okay, we watch
Jersey
TV.
Shore. I love watching
She watches
600
TV.
Pound Life, and
This has a lot.
whatever it may be.
This helps with
Whatever
the
I'm
steps.
watching, sometimes I will.
It's very important to itemize and list the TV shows you like when you're taking on a step counting voyage journey, such
stand
as.
up and I will just walk in place. And I noticed for me, walking in place not only makes my heart beat faster, but I feel it more. I feel it in my muscles more,
Yes,
etc.,
of course,
etc.
yeah.
Another thing that I like to do is I like to walk from one end of the apartment to the other, and I'll just do that.
Okay.
And I actually measured it one time, and walking from one side to the apartment to the other one, it was like over 200 steps.
One side of the apartment to the other was over 200 steps for Amberlynn. Well, when I heard that, I thought maybe it was time for a new tutorial. 200 steps that she does in the length of her apartment. Her apartment is 200 steps. She measured it. So you know what? You know how Merck does. So I had to I did a little tutorial for you guys because this is important. It's important that we all understand how Amberlynn is getting her 200 steps a day, okay? The length of her apartment is 200 steps. Do you understand that before we get into this? She gets 4,000 steps a day in her apartment by walking around her island while she watches up to 6 different programs. And then she walks the length of her apartment. She did it. It's 200 steps, guys. I will say I didn't frame this video as a tutorial, but I will do a tutorial later. And in the Superstar thread in the Discord, I would really like to see you guys produce some tutorials because we need to understand. There's no sound. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see, what can I do here? Because it's a video file. Should I share a video file? Would that work better? Sorry, I'm sharing a video instead of it's not uploaded. Uno momento, por favor. Tell me if this...
Amber says she can get 200 steps just from walking from one end of her apartment.
Can you hear that? Let me know. You can hear that? Shib says, there we go. I assume that means yes. Yes sound. All right, let's go.
I thought that was interesting. I've got a pretty long hallway in the building. Let's see what 200...
Also, this is morning Merc, so please no judgments on morning Merc face. And what else? Any disclaimers? I don't know.
Looks like. All right, let's go.
200 steps.
2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 50. This is 50. My door is at the end of the hall.
My door is at the end of the hall.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 30.
Remember, this is Amber's apartment is this long. From one end of her apartment to the other is 200 steps. We're only at 100.
This is 100. This is the second hall.
Her apartment's twice this
Let's
big.
go back. 1, 2, 30, 40, 50,
Sped it up a bit. It's boring, right? It's just walking.
70, 80, 90. So that's 200. Down to the end of the hall, we turned, we went down the other hall, and came back. Amber says she can do that in her apartment. Okay, Bambi.
I couldn't help myself, guys. I had to. So now we can go back to the...
Amber says...
Remove, please. Can we please just remove all of these? Stop screen. Yes. Present. Okay, now we'll go back to the video. Share screen. Bad news. Share screen. All right. Back to Bambi. So that's how big Amber's apartment is. Those apartments in Kentucky, they're huge. That's huge. Inside my apartment, probably 20 steps. It's just wee. It's only wee.
And that was just one way. I do take small steps, so that could be why, but either way, I find it rather easy to get my steps in. And I noticed that like just cleaning around the apartment, that's an easy 1,500 steps a day.
Easy.
Because I do like to clean and things like that. You know, like going somewhere, make sure to park farther away from the entrance. That's like a really easy one to get your steps in.
Yeah,
So I haven't...
Because we don't see Jade driving up to the curb and picking you up at the front door of the hospital. Rio, please. Can you not now? Please don't cry and scream. Yeah, like I've never seen her walk to the car since Destiny. Like everybody picks her up at the door of the store, of the mall, of the hospital. Girl,
on my ADHD, as you guys know, I feel like I have it. I am almost positive I have it. My psychiatrist thinks I have it. So she recommended me to get seen for that. And I was waiting for a phone call to be evaluated on the phone to even see if I should go to the further steps of being assessed, which are two completely different things. And I officially had the phone call to be evaluated. And they said, yes, it does sound like you have it. So I'm on the schedule to be assessed. But
okay, this ADHD thing, is that not like really common? Don't like a lot of people have that? Rio, please. Don't a lot of people have that? I'm guessing this phone call, they probably go, yeah, sounds like you have it. You better come in and be tested. They probably say that to everybody. So she's going to get tested for that. Like, girl, do you really, is this the time to be picking up new letters behind your name? Like,
it goes all the way up until like 5 months from now. I guess a lot of people think they have ADHD. I know it's very common, but I'm not going to be seen to even be assessed for like another 5 months. So that is crazy. I was not expecting that, but I know some of you have been asking about that. So I wanted to let you guys know. Revolving like my weight loss and like my way of eating and weight loss surgery and stuff, there's going to be a big change that's happening. And I'm sure there's going to be a big part of you who...
A new diet for the next few months.
I saw this coming. Typical Amberlynn.
She told us.
There's going to be another part of you guys who are like, oh, okay, I get this, I understand. But I feel like it's only going to be a tiny, tiny bit. A tiny, tiny, tiny bit of you guys. Some of you are probably going to be shocked. Absolutely shocked.
Shocked.
But I have to do what is right for me. So let me explain first. So I do officially have a dietitian. To get weight loss surgery, you have to see a dietitian and you have to get approved by the dietitian to get weight loss surgery.
Okay.
So one thing that is very important when you go to get weight loss surgery, because you are literally changing your anatomy. You are changing like your hormones, the way your body works, your stomach. Like,
you're not really changing your anatomy, but I'm not going to nitpick about that.
Being
That's just language that she's not using correctly.
Out. I mean, obviously they leave some stomach, but a lot is happening. Changes your whole anatomy, and it's a big change. Physically,
really
mentally,
change your anatomy.
All of it. So you have to be honest. You have to be honest with everything. And seeing the dietitian and seeing the psychologist, I was very, very upfront and honest. I have been diagnosed with binge eating in the past. And
okay, I don't understand this bariatric weight loss clinic that apparently has no access to anybody's medical records, and they just go on word of mouth by whatever the patients come in and tell them. Like, she was honest, you guys. It's not that they saw her chart or her medical records. Like, I'm Canadian, so I don't know how the things work down there. So I don't like to make judgment calls about that. But here, my medical records follow me from doctor to doctor. They can request and see things that they need to facilitate their own diagnoses. Or Shailene says, I have bipolar disorder. It shares the symptoms of ADHD. I don't know. Laura says they do here too. I would imagine so. I mean, my goodness, would you not? Aren't medical records a thing? I mean, I know we've got universal health care, so everybody, but I don't know. Like, does she really think that she could just go in and tell them something? She's told us she was diagnosed with BED. I made a video of all the time she's talked about it.
I was scared. I was so scared to say that, and obviously, because if you were to binge,
yes, Eloise,
after weight loss surgery, you could get really sick. There has been people who have died because of it. It's a very scary thing. So with the psychologist, he was able to see that I was...
Sorry, wait. Tomato Jam says, I've changed doctors a few times and never had medical records transferred. They didn't ask, and I didn't think to get them. Really? Wow, that's wild. Maybe it's different state to state. I don't know. Your records don't follow you. I don't know. My doctor has they all share the same crap. I mean, do I give them permission? I don't know. Mine seem to. Paige says, Merck, your records don't automatically transfer. You have to request it in Tennessee. And Natalie says, my records have always followed. Thank you, Natalie. I was starting to think maybe I'm making something up and I'm insane. I often doubt my own thoughts. It's a thing I'm going through right now. Someone said, I live in Texington. I live in Lexington. PLSKASMR, who is now in the Discord, by the way. I live in Lexington, and trust me, the records are all digital and follow you. Well, you live in Lexington, so I'm going to take your word on this, since you be in Lexington.
Past that stage of my life, and I was diagnosed with binge eating about a year ago.
Lexington looks cool too.
Since then, I have seen a psychologist for a year. A lot has changed since then when it comes to like my mentality.
Okay, so she's been seeing a psychologist for a year, she says. And she's also told us previously that she also sees a psychiatrist for her meds.
And
right?
what I consider a binge and the whole thing. You guys have seen that firsthand. I showed you guys a binge, I think it was in December, and you guys were like, That's just a normal meal. So the way that
Yeah,
I see
because what you
binging
showed us was a
is
normal
very
meal.
different than the standard binging. And that's been hard for me to like wrap my head around. The psychologist
Binges are
said,
special.
you know, binging is eating 3 times what you normally would as a person, not what is the normal amount to eat as a person, but you, what is your normal? And I don't do that.
Okay, this I found interesting too. Okay, so she's telling us that a binge for her was what she showed us in that video, which was like a small hamburger, fries, and 2 mozzarella sticks. We all know, come on, really, that's gaslighting as deep as it gets. We know you don't get to 600 pounds by eating that and calling that a binge. Then she tells us here that a binge is 3 times what you would normally eat, and she has never in her life consumed 3 times what she normally eats. And then I'm thinking, but girl, you've made videos showing us like a day-long binge. Like, does it have to be in a time frame? Like, if you eat 8,000 calories in a day, is that not considered a binge because it wasn't done quick enough? You don't get to this size by not eating 3 times what you're... So if she says her binges are because she's not eating 3 times what she's supposed to be eating, you're so distracting. I was on a roll. Says to me that what she thinks her average meal is must be gigantic. Because if she thinks, oh, I'm only eating twice what I normally eat, but it's enough to keep her at this weight, then there's something wrong with that equation in my mind. It doesn't make sense.
That I don't do. I overeat, sure, but I never eat 3 times or 4 times the amount that I normally would eat. This whole being diagnosed with binge eating has been very strange, and I think it's hard and confusing because think of it this way. I am 500 pounds.
Okay.
I have been 5'2".
Yeah,
I've been all 600 pounds.
That.
You get that way unless you were eating large quantities of food.
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
Is that just like massively overeating?
Now you can see.
Or is that binging? For the normal person, it looks like binging. Like when I watch 600 Pound Life and they show...
But when you wanted to justify it and not take any responsibility for it for the last year, you were so flippin' happy to proclaim that you've finally been diagnosed with binge eating disorder. It's not my fault, you guys. I have a disorder.
What they're eating.
Now it doesn't serve you, so you're trying to backpedal. It's so obvious to everybody.
Never ate that much in one sitting. And
no, she's a special binge.
They see doctor now.
Her binges are special.
A lot of them, which are my favorite stories, they're successful and they lose the weight. And in like 2 months, 3 months, they get the surgery. I've never in my life ate that much in one sitting. That's why I feel like the show exactly.
Okay, you are not really comparing yourself to a reality TV show. Are you kidding me? Do you really think that ounce for ounce they're showing exactly what everybody eats? Girl. I don't know why my love affair isn't like the romantic love affairs on television. No, because that's television, Amber. I'm sure the basis of the story is true, but they might pump things up for the camera. And every time I've watched that show, they eat differently. Some people seem to eat a lot more than others. It's just ridiculous.
Exaggerates. But if they're not exaggerating, fine. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody. It's just confusing. And I find this part of my journey unfair.
Of course.
Let me explain why. I have not what I consider big.
I have done so well. I have cured myself of binge eating disorder. I've been practicing sipping. I've been drinking as much water as Diet Coke, and nobody will give me the surgery that I want.
Binged.
So unfair.
I have not since somewhere in December.
Amber, because if you have binge eating disorder and after the surgery you binge and die, nobody wants to be liable for that. Good Lord, they don't give smokers lung transplants. There's a reason for this stuff.
This whole January, February, we're fixing to be in March. I have not ate in a binging manner. I have been doing really good.
In a binging
I have
manner.
Been losing weight. And not only have I been working on that aspect, but I've been working on like my mental more and just
Okay, Megan, to be fair, I don't know if she binged on the Australian candy. She showed it. She showed it all to us. Did she binge on it? Did she come back later and tell us she binged on it? Oh, she did, didn't she? Because that was when she told them not to send her any more food, right? Wasn't that time? Yeah, I think you're right. It's so hard to keep track these days.
I've been actively choosing these coping mechanisms that
I'll
my
look it up then.
psychologist taught me all of
She
last
said
year.
she did. She said she
And
did.
I
You
had
guys
my
are right.
dietitian
You guys are
appointment,
right, for sure.
And she told me, this is going to be hard to hear, but if you are trying to get weight loss surgery, this is within their program. Every program is different. If you're trying to get weight loss surgery with this program, you have to go a full year.
Full year.
365 days without one binge.
Yep. Makes sense.
And that it like broke me. This is the second time I've seen this dietitian. I guess from this point forward, I'm going to see the dietitian once a month. And my next appointment's already scheduled. So I've already seen her twice. She said the improvements I'm making is amazing. And she's proud. And I'm going in the right direction, etc., etc. But she said,
the dietitian is so proud, you guys. She called in all the other dietitians to the office, and they just looked at Amber's chart and they wept. They wept, you guys. With their whole chest, they were so proud of her progress. Nah, not good enough to make the surgery, like everybody else in the program. But God, they were proud of her. God, she's so... God, they were proud.
I cannot get weight loss surgery for a year. She cannot approve me for a year.
Right.
And I immediately broke down. And I have been so confused where I'm just like, do I want to share this with YouTube? Do I want to share with them the
another failure,
horribly emotionally just painful side to this? Do I want to put a mask on? Do I just want to seem nonchalant? Do I want to go into detail? I have just been all over the place. And that is why it has taken me a little bit of time to share this, because that tore me. Like it tore me. I don't know what it was, but I immediately had a breakdown.
Mr. Snowflake, thank you for pointing this out early this morning with my morning coffee, but why was she so flippin' happy?
In front of
Where's her little smile?
It has taken me a little bit of time to share this, because that tore me.
When she talks about the breakdown.
It tore me.
Little smile.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know what it was. I had a breakdown. Why is that funny? There's something to me a little off about this. I don't think she seems as broken, shattered, or whatever the word is. Jamie, thank you. Jamie's a member for 18 months. Jamie, thank you so much for being such an amazing part of my community, our community. Amberlynn, do I tell the truth or lie? Why even question? Exactly. Jamie is one of my amazing mods. Been in the community for a year and a half. Gosh, we've been doing this a long time, haven't we, girl? You also stand Jamie. You know, Jamie used to be a mod on a Facebook group, and I used to go, Jamie, if you ever want to give that up, come over here. Come to the dark side. And she did. And we love that for us. Laura, thank you for the super chat. Laura says, it tore me. My sister birthed a 9-pound baby. And it tore me. Only one is true. Yeah, anyway, let's watch, because I feel like she's not as upset as I would think she would be, considering how long she's been talking about it. Like, this has been her whole, we're making Jamie blush. Jamie, we love JJ. Paige says, do we think it's duping delight, the little smile after saying breakdown? Maybe. Yeah, I'm not big on those terms and stuff. You know, that body language stuff, I'm not a big proponent of that. It's fun pseudoscience, but I wouldn't want to convict anybody based on it. But there is something funny about her attitude here, where she keeps professing how broken she is, but she doesn't seem. It doesn't seem to her way of speaking about it doesn't really quite align for me. I think there might be a sense of relief here, because I think she knew going into this that the work was going to be really hard, and I don't think she had any confidence in herself that she was actually going to actually do it. Just my opinion.
But I immediately had a breakdown in front of the dietitian. I couldn't control it. It was like my insides exploded, and I cried. And it just felt like another obstacle. Another thing to just get in the way, because I have been doing everything to get this surgery. I have gotten people messaging me.
Okay, here's an interesting thing. No, so she's in the dietitian's office, and the dietitian says to her, "I'm really sorry. I have to give you this bad news. You're not eligible because of your binge eating disorder. You have to be binge free for a full year before we can consider you for the surgery." And her insides exploded, and she broke down in the office with the dietitian. A couple thoughts I have about this. Number one, where's Jade? In the past, when she would go with Becky to these appointments, Becky would be by her side, and she would talk about how Becky held her, and Becky cried too, and all that stuff. Where's Jade? Jade not going to these appointments with her? And the other thing that I think that just my gut, reaction to this is, when she found out that she wasn't eligible, she decided to try emotional manipulation, because she knows that sometimes that works. So she thought, I'll try and have a big, gigantic, crying baby hissy fit in the doctor's office and see if I can get her to convince her that I do have this under control now. I haven't binged since January. That's my gut instinct. I might be wrong. It's all speculation, but that is definitely my thought.
How are you getting through this process so quickly? I've been doing this for months, and I'm not even as far along as you. I have been just like, I wanted the surgery before summer.
And you couldn't manipulate that to happen.
Since I'm self-pay, that would have been manageable. But
she assumed that because she was self-pay, she was going to be able to go in there and blow smoke up everybody's butts and get them to believe all her crap. Oh yeah, I was diagnosed, but it's okay because I've been really good. Like I beat it. I managed that now. And they were going to go, oh, that's okay. You're self-pay, so that's good. Come on in. They're doctors, Amber. It's not a grocery store.
Since I have been diagnosed with an eating disorder, it's not manageable and it's not possible. And it hurts. And it instantly put me in this like
mind frame,
weird headspace where I was just like, this isn't fair. I instantly thought of 600-Pound Life, where
it's not fair. How come they all get surgery and she doesn't?
This isn't me saying
they aren't as good as her, okay? She's been doing everything, and she's been trying so hard, and all those horrible people on 600-Pound Life get the surgery, and they won't give it to her. It's not fair. Life is so cruel, you guys. Haley, thank you. Haley, member for 3 months. Thank you, Haley, so much for hanging around. Haley says she's been so mad that she couldn't lie her way. I think that too. Hang on. Hope you're okay. Let's just give the heliocopter a second. It's not fair. Those people on 600-Pound Life get surgery, and they're worse than me.
Saying anything bad about anybody. And I have seriously sat here and I was like, should I even share my true feelings? This is just like what I'm going through. I've sat here and I've been like, they're worse off. They eat way more than I do in one sitting.
They're so badder than her. She's
Why
so
are
much
they
gooder.
able to get the surgery?
She's a gooder person than them.
Why do we have to wait a year?
Not fair, you guys.
It sucks. I think it's triggering.
They go to doctor now, and before the end of the episode, they've already got the weight loss surgery. They were going to make her wait a whole year. It's not fair.
And it brings up like past trauma for me, where it just seems like no matter what I do, no matter what I try.
Marley, thank you for the super chat. Marley says, Amberlynn slides a 20 across the table, and the dietitian winks. I'm approved, right? You got me right.
There's always an obstacle and a roadblock.
There's a
And
really
last
nice
time this
Lego in it
happened was
for you,
when
Doc.
the psychologist said, you can't get surgery for like 2 years. And I was like, you know, and I didn't care as much then, not even remotely close to how much.
That's the noise that Rio makes when he sees a fly. Right? You make that noise, you go, and the jaw moves. Your cats do it too, right? That's what Amber did. Amber's like a little cat. Watch, she's like a little cat.
You can't get surgery for like 2 years. And I was like,
Whoa.
You know,
Is there
and
a
I
fly
didn't care
there?
as much then, not even remotely close to how much I care now. And I gave up. And it just, a lot of memories flooded and just failure. You're such a failure.
No, it wasn't a fly. She was faking it.
That kept popping into my head. And knowing that no matter how much work I do now, it's not going to matter. It's not.
It does all matter. It's about your health. It's not about winning. God, people with narcissistic tendencies are so confusing. Mine does it too. Everything is good or bad or winning or losing or I'm better or you're worse. It's always a competition. Oh, it's exhausting.
All the tests I did, doesn't matter.
It does matter.
And it just, I don't know, it's just like disheartening and it hurt.
And how come the only thing I haven't heard her say in this video is, damn it all, it's going to take another year. So I really got to look back again at my binge eating disorder and get that fixed, because that's the first step before I can actually even start any of these weight loss surgery steps. That hasn't even entered her mind. That's not even a part of her conversation right now. She's talking about, I got to go on a new diet and lose more weight. I'll tell you something. The very first Amberlynn Reid video I watched, I don't recall. I feel like it might have been Zachary Michael. It's got to be 4 years ago. And the very first video I watched of her, I looked at her and I went, that girl ain't going to fix anything till she gets inpatient surgery. The first video I saw of her 4 years ago, and I'm going to say it again here right now, Amberlynn, go into inpatient and get your binge eating disorder or your food addiction or both managed, and then take the steps for weight loss surgery. Is it going to be hard AF? Absolutely. But you did this. So now you got to climb out of this hole. That's it. Laura, thank you so much for the super chat. Laura says you should do a scavenger hunt for sympathy bones. Oh, Ms. Simone, thank you for the super chat. I always say Ms., but it's MX. I have a collapsed nostril and I have to have a second surgery to correct it in April. This time we'll use rib cartilage. I had to do physical therapy and very low sodium diet and pay thousands. I am so sorry. I had a deviated septum surgery, which is probably a very mild version of what you're going through. And oh, God, girl, I'm so sorry for you. Yeah, you know what? Because I have to go back to mine isn't right. I don't want that to be me. Good luck. I hope it gets better. I'm sorry you're in the States and it costing you thousands.
And
that's real thing. I'm sorry for you.
I feel myself wanting to slip into bad routine. I feel like I don't know what to do with myself. What do I do for this year?
Shh.
I just feel like everything was just kind of ripped.
What am I going to do for this year? You're going to focus on handling your binge eating so you can get the weight loss surgery. Why is there even a question here?
Away from me. And if that's because I got my hopes up, fine.
Rio's really yappy lately. You just got to ignore him.
But that's the only reason why I got my hopes up is because I was doing so well. I was doing so good.
Oh, this is the other
I was making the appointments. I was getting the tests done. I was putting the work in. I was exercising. I was losing weight. I was eating the right foods. I was doing the stupid little rules like take small sips, stop using straws. Like,
okay, here's another one of those magnanimous lists that breaks everything down. I was eating the right foods. I was taking more steps. I was losing weight. Kind of all the same thing, right? Okay, really, she really wasn't doing any of the hard work to get ready for the weight loss surgery. The things that we saw when we did the seminar were things like, I know, Bobo, be patient. There were things like eat a low-carb diet and give up carbonation And she didn't do any of those. She thinks that by practicing sipping, she's practicing sipping, guys. I know we did tutorials on it. Now we're going to do 200-step tutorials. Don't forget. She didn't do any of the hard work yet. She didn't even do any of the hard work that she's supposed to do. It's just so. And she breaks it down into 7,000 things. You weren't doing
it left
anything.
Me
barely
feeling so proud. Like this is just in arm's reach, and now I just feel like it's so far away. I've had
the groceries, the incredible amount of groceries she was buying, that seems to have slowed down, or she stopped showing us. I will give her that they were really healthy choices. Her food choices have been much better. But if you can eat 5,000 calories worth of healthy food too, and she bought a lot of high fat stuff, cheese and dairy and all that stuff. Better, but still, look where it's gotten you.
Dietitian. I've had to talk to Feline. I've had to talk to people in my life who are close to me, and I've had to talk to myself and really absorb, like, what do I do now? Because I think what made it so easy for me to stay on track and to eat how I was eating.
You weren't on track.
Because I felt like surgery was right around.
You weren't on track. You haven't lost weight.
The corner. That's what I believed in my heart. That's what I felt. And since it's not, like, I just feel like everything came crumbling down. And I don't know how else to explain it besides, like, my mindset has changed.
You were buying healthier food. That's all.
That's the best way to put it. I still want weight loss surgery. Absolutely.
So go get your binge eating disorder
I would love to have
managed.
It in a year from now.
Unbelievable.
I just feel like it's something else I failed at because I promised myself I would get it. Before in the class.
You did do the work.
And I feel like
I'm tired.
That as well. And
she's exhausted.
It's just a time for me to just fail. There's so many days to fail. So many hours, so many minutes, so many seconds. And that scares me. So I've had to really...
That was weird. Something weird happened there.
Absorb the situation. And I know.
So much time.
A lot of you are going to be like, she didn't even want the surgery. And, you know, it's so crazy because I wanted the surgery so bad that that's
I don't think
all
you did.
My channel has been.
No, I think she wants to be skinny and beautiful. I think that's what she wants. She wants to be thin and what's in her eyes, thin and beautiful. That's what she wants. She doesn't want to have to do the work to get there. She doesn't really care that much about her health, except that bad health is an inconvenience. Because if it was more than an inconvenience, if she took care of herself because she cared about herself, then none of this stuff would be an issue. Her ill health is an inconvenience. So the health stuff is just, I don't know. I don't think, she just wants the result. She doesn't want to do any of the work. And then when she gets too sad about it, she just makes it worse again. You know, she was, a year and a half ago went into that damn binge eating outpatient program. And then she made up all this stuff that they were health at every size. Who effing cares? Who cares if it's going to solve and fix your binge eating disorder? Because guess what? You're not losing the weight on your own and you can't get weight loss surgery. So your only option is to solve the binge eating. Who cares if they're health at every size, which I'm not sure I believe. But even if they are, who cares? If the result is the same, who cares what they believe? Because you only want to use them to fix that to get the surgery. God, girl, you're so infuriating.
That's all my life has been, even off of YouTube. And still there are freaking haters out there who think I still don't want the surgery. It's mind-blowing.
Freaking haters?
It's mind-blowing. When I tell you I broke down after that appointment, I had a fucking anxiety attack. Like a full-fledged anxiety attack.
No, it's called being really sad and disappointed and angry and crying because you didn't get something you really wanted. That's a human emotion. It's not an anxiety attack. You know that we're humans and we have emotions and they go like this. It doesn't mean It's a disorder. You're not supposed to be freaking Bambi happy all the time. That's not real. God. Is this almost over?
I don't know. I get it. Someone with a binge eating disorder can really hurt themselves.
You
after
can
surgery.
kill yourself.
I get it.
Family sues the doctor or something.
But I don't have issues binging anymore. And I've never had those types of issues like eating 3 times the amount you normally would. I've never had that.
Yeah, you have.
And it just like, I don't know. It just sucks. I just feel kind of defeated. And I think I need to switch things up, switch my brain up a little bit. We're not going to be gaining weight. We're going to keep losing because that is the plan here. So I don't want to explain what I'm going to be doing. You guys will definitely see it in the next video.
Oh, thank God.
A lot of people are going to be mad at me. A lot of people are mad at me.
Okay, girl, nobody's mad at you. Quite frankly, I don't care. To quote you, I'm not that invested. And I don't mean I don't care in an angry way. I don't care. I mean, you know, you didn't get it because you didn't do the work. Okay, it means nothing to me. I'm not invested enough in your health to be angry at you for not taking care of yourself as a friggin' adult. God,
at me regardless.
Nobody's angry at you. I'm so angry that Amberlynn, she's really buggered herself up again.
Stay away from the comments. Maybe stay away from online besides uploading, because this is also something else I want to.
Within 1 hour, she was on Instagram. Within 1 hour after uploading.
Talk about. So I have not had an upload schedule. I have like barely been uploading. It's bad. I know. But I'm starting to feel better. It's just, I feel like when it...
She doesn't have to save the money for the weight loss surgery anymore. That's why she could afford to take the last week off, more or less. It just made sense to me because I was thinking the last 2 days, it's the last 2 days of our pay period. Our pay period ends at the end of the month. So usually people want to do, you know, upload those last couple days, you know, get a little cash in before the end of the month. But she doesn't have to save for weight loss surgery anymore. So it's not that important.
Like, that's how this last month has felt for me. Maybe even 2 months. I just feel like I was focusing so hard on something, and now it's just like, so it's just, I don't know. It's a lot. But I am going to go back to uploading every other day, and it's just going to be vlogs, just vloggity vlogs. I feel happiest doing that.
Just do a live stream, Amber.
So that's what's going to be happening. So I'm not sure when that's going to start. It's probably going to be like a few days from now. But then when you guys see my next Amberlynn, learn how to speak before you film. When you guys see my next video after this one.
That's another one of those things that she cut and left in on purpose because she thought she was cute there. Oh, Amberlynn, learn how to speak before you cut. She could have cut that out. There was a jump cut after it. She actually cut around that to put it in there. Watch. It annoys me when she does these little things that she thinks she's cute.
I see my next
Watch.
Amberlynn, learn how to speak before you film. When you guys see my next video,
cut part of it out. Why not cut all of it out?
Every other day, you're gonna be getting content.
I thought she was cute there. She's giggling.
So yeah, I'm gonna vlog today. That's when I'm gonna start vlogging, and we're just gonna go on a vloggity vlog journey.
God, a board journey.
And
what's the journey from the couch to the office? Maybe there's no journey. What are you gonna do in a vlog, Amberlynn? Show us what you ate today. Please go out.
I'm actually
Lexington is beautiful. I did Planet Amber last week, and every time I do Planet Amber, I'm always looking for B-roll of Lexington, Kentucky. And because I do that, I watch a lot of videos on Lexington, Kentucky. And it's a beautiful little city. It really is. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Go out and show some of it. Did you know that Cocaine Bear resides in Lexington, Kentucky? Did you know there's a mall where Cocaine Bear is there? Come on, Amber, go show us Cocaine Bear.
Surprised I didn't cry in this video because I've been doing nothing but crying.
You didn't cry because for some reason
I feel like I'm mourning something. I don't know what I'm mourning, but I feel like I'm mourning something, and it's a horrible feeling. I feel like there's a lot of people who are like, it's just a year. It's fine. It's not fine. Because that gives me so much room to make a mistake. And
a stupid way to
I'm honest. with health professionals. As much as people think that I'm not, I am. I am very honest, and they're going to hear the true nitty gritty. If I feel that I've binged, or like my version of binging, I'm going to let them know. And that's going to.
Now binging is going to be in quotation marks, because what she considers a binge isn't really like a binge. She's special. Her binges are special and unique, just like her, like a snowflake.
Restart the whole 100. The whole 100? What am I talking about? The whole year over. And that's scary.
What you were talking about is restarting
a
100-day challenge because you failed so
many
many
mistakes.
of them.
I mess up. I'm not perfect. And I don't know, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I'm actually looking into getting a therapist. My dietitian actually gave me some therapists that she recommends, so I'm very happy about that.
Doesn't she have a therapist? She's got a psychiatrist and a psychologist, and now she has a therapist. What is the psychologist for? I need clarification, you guys, because I don't understand what all these titles are. Does a psychologist and a therapist do a lot drastically different things for you? And hasn't she been working with a psychologist for the last year on her binge eating disorder and all her other issues? And I've said before, if she has, then girl, you need a new one, because we're not seeing, you're telling us you got all these new coping methods and strategies. I'm not seeing any of that. Avandra says she stopped seeing. Yeah, this video's over.
And I need to talk to someone. As clear as ever. So I'm gonna start the whole therapy journey over, and that's fine.
Right.
It is what it is. I'm still gonna be working on myself, even if.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. We're done with you. Okay. No. Ella says here she stopped seeing the psychologist. They quit after the baby. That's right. And she didn't like the male one from outpatient. Oh, you're right. But then in her Instagram last night, somebody said something about therapy or psychology, and she went LOL. You know, she LOLs. She has a whole team of people. So I don't know what doctors she has and what doctors she doesn't, to be frank. Maybe that's a video. Amberlynn's health team. Maybe that's a video. I don't know. Well, there you have it. Amberlynn is not getting weight loss surgery, you guys. I know you're really disappointed, but please don't be mad at her. She knows you're mad. Don't be mad. It's not her fault. It's all those stupid people on 600-pound life. It's not fair. Guys. It's not fair. Well, there you have it. I don't know what to say about that. Now, what was I going to say? Stepping tutorials. I would like to see you creative geniuses submit some stepping tutorials. They don't have to be 200 steps, of course, as usual. You use your creative license. But I think it's important that we have some stepping tutorials now that most of us have mastered sipping. Not everybody, but that's okay. If you haven't mastered sipping, if you still find yourself leaning into the gulping territory, it's okay. Not everybody gets it right away. One day you're going to be doing it. It's just going to click. All of a sudden, that was a sip. There was a sip just like that. It was a sip. You'll get it. So just hang in there. But most people have managed the sipping, so I think it's time we got into some stepping. Eloise says, can you sip and step at the same time? That is exceptionally advanced, and I don't want to go there yet. Let's take baby steps. Because, you know, when you have a good foundation, you can work within that foundation. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. What else was I going to tell you? In our 420 thread, let's try and say this as YouTube friendly as possible. We have a 420 thread in our Discord, and some people have been asking me if I could show them how to make herbal infused coconut oil. So I did do a video. It's about 13 minutes long, showing you every step along the way, the process of how I do my herbal infusions. And we're going to stream that as a watch party in Discord tonight. So I'm not sure of the time, 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. So if you're interested in learning that, you can join me for that. Amberlynn, I guess, will be uploading for us tomorrow. I will not be uploading anything tomorrow because normally I've been doing an afternoon live stream on Wednesday. Well, surprise, today is Wednesday. Today is the afternoon live stream. So that is that for that. Callie Lauren, how do I join Discord? Well, Discord is a perk of being a channel member. So you have to be a member of the channel. Once you're a member of the channel, you download Discord and you go to user settings and you go to connections and you connect your YouTube name with your Discord. And there we are. Poof, there we are. Then you can have fun with Valentine and Jamie and Aaron and everybody else who's always hanging around in there. We got a good crowd of people in there. It's a fun place to hang out. I think we're going to call it. Today is Tuesday. I don't want to screw any of you up. Today is actually Tuesday. But we're going to call it my Wednesday stream. I don't mean to confuse any of you. Sorry, little Ms. Nat. I didn't mean to mess you up. Oh, that happens, Andy. Sometimes the mic does something funky. Yeah, I'm going to call it here. I was going to talk about my other stuff, but I'm not in the mood. I will say, meet me in Discord. I'm going to be looking for a house sitter in October. So if anybody, I'm not just going to take anybody, of course, because I'm not a fool. But, if you feel like having a vacation in Toronto and you want to sit in my apartment and take care of the man while I'm gone, I hate to go and leave him, but I'm going to try and plan an Amazon. I'm going to try and go to the Amazon for my birthday. We'll talk more about that on another time or a member stream or something, because I know that's personal stuff and that's boring to the people who come just to watch the Amberlynn read reactions. I'm not going to bore you with my personal crap. Well, we got a few months to figure out who. And I think that's about it. Walking tutorials, Discord stream for infusions, the usual Discord stuff, games, movies, whatever. We'll do it. We're going to do it. Thank you for joining me on an afternoon live stream. It's always nice. You guys brighten my day like sunshine in February. So cheesy. I got to eat. I'm starving and I'm not cooking dinner till 6:30. So I got to eat something. I'll see you later in the watch party. And until we meet again, please be kind, even after Amberlynn has you enraged. And hasta luego.